Hello, my name is Leo. Welcome back for another episode of Hard to Run 3 in Black Ice as PRC. So, in previous episode, we managed to take a decent chunk of Northern Korea. There's still two pockets of enemies remaining, although one of them is almost cleared out, and the other one is, well, in the process of starting to clear that out. We've taken some more land in Korea, or southern half of Korea, but it's, they've got a decent bit of units in here. Not necessarily the best of units, mind you, but we could use a bit more troops down there. So let's actually go ahead and send this one down that way. So we're going to maybe outflank them from here and then maybe surround Suwon one way or the other and destroy the enemies there. And then also start pushing further south. But we don't want to clear out the peninsula entirely quite yet. We want to first clear out Taiwan, and that's going to take a little bit longer, I reckon. Also, we're going to go ahead and start doing some ground attacks in here. They still got the battleship in there. Oh, alright then. Oh, and there we go. With a bit of bombing, we're actually wrecking some of the enemy units already. Oh, and there we go. That's one pocket done. I guess we could send in another 2 divisions into this combat now. So we've got 8 divisions, now 10 divisions in there. Versus their 6. So I think we've probably got to be winning that one. Go ahead and send some more divisions in here. That could probably push down that way. We'll get another one attack from this side. So, yeah, they still got, technically speaking, 7 units there. They've got a few more that will be retreating there. Plus, they just retreated a few more units in here. It was a bit of a shame for them, of course, but it's alright, I suppose. So, where was the... Oh, right, so Tungsten is over here in Tunghai. That's something that we wouldn't mind initially taking away from the Japanese, but we might not actually take control of it quite yet. We'll see once we get the a peace deal thing. It's an event for it. So, I don't know if we'll actually get Korea or not. Oh, there's a coal field, and we did see another convoy going down south. But it looks like the battle in Saigon is actually going to be a loss, so we'll just go ahead and pull back from there. We'll send this one help defend. We have been doing some bombing runs today, at least. Now they're going to start retreating a little bit of the troops. We could probably go ahead and switch the target for the bombers in the meanwhile. Let's go ahead and wreck the enemy marines in here. That'll probably make our life a lot easier. Now, I suppose... Oh, right, there's a bit of troops trying to push through here. Let's try to get into the coastline, cut off the enemy. And thus we can maybe start splitting at least some of these troops up in here. And clear out more and more of the region. It will probably be taking quite a while still, but that's alright. There's another coal field built. And oh, right, we're getting another 2 garrisons soon enough. That's going to be for the garrisons down here. So there's probably one for that one and one for here. So we'll probably mostly just want to keep the, or we want to mostly keep the ports secure. Because right now we don't actually have anyone defending those. Now, it's unlikely that the Japanese are going to be doing landings there right now. They have managed to start taking a bit more ground in Philippines. And Borneo, they're still relatively strong. They have lost a bit of ground in Java. And Sumatra, they have no foothold anymore in. What about, oh right, they got the... I think these are the scripted landings in New Guinea. The Kokoda Trail fighting has already begun. Oh, there we go. India is under attack. Well, it's not garrisons, and that's not really the worst. We might be able to get across the river in here, actually. There's a garrison detachment that is trying to hold back. They have a very bad supply situation. Let's go ahead and drop the garrisons in here. Assign these. So this one should be the... I suppose the 10th Corps and Vin. Yeah. Get some leaders in here. Not using the best of leaders for these. No point in, or no need for that. And then we're going to get another landing craft in a few days. Also another coal field in 3 days. And we'll get some more infrastructure. Also working on getting some more planes, but that's going to take a little while still. And for all we know, if we can clear out more of Indochina here, in not too distant future, there's actually not that much defenders in Saigon currently. There's 1 division in there. Of course, we still kind of want to break up the enemy in... Oh, there we go. Coastal submarine class to level 2. They're not exactly the best of submarines, mind you, but I suppose it would be kind of helpful. We've still got a decent bit of infrastructure and stuff being built in here, so we don't really need to add more into the production queue yet. But somewhere down the line we will, especially after these, actually, we might have to put in some more. But after those, we'll probably just put in more infantry, really. Or, like, some ground units at least, because we could always use some more. Okay, so we're kind of under attacking. Oh, right, we did get another unit in here. But, of course, oh, right, that was supposed to get in here. Well, we can just move it there manually then, I suppose. How's the Battle of Hamhung? The enemy is down to 5 units. They've got quite a bit of units retreated in here now. Of course, we got the close air support helping in here. While it may not be doing a huge amount of damage, it does help. Oh, and there you go, Victor Inge. They got a bit of, oh right, they had some heavy artillery in there. They got the special light infantry in there. They got still a whole lot of troops in Suwon. So clearing out the rest of Korea will probably still take some time. I was kind of hopeful that maybe we can clear it by Christmas, but I don't know if we can. Of course, once we clear out the northern pockets in Hamhung, then that's going to free up so many troops that it might be a possibility, actually. Do we have any more troops in here that are not fighting? Let's give a bit of support attack from here to help destroy the enemy in Huzhong. One way or the other, they are going to be destroyed. And if we can just take that one, that's going to get the surrounded penalty for the enemy in Hamhung. And then it's probably going to be basically the end of the combat at that point, soon enough at least. Oh, there we go. That was another convoy sank. And rare material refining, there we go. Go ahead and take that one off the list. And then we can get the high density alloy. I think that could actually be something that we'll prioritize a little bit. Also, we have still yet to get the high velocity gun, but for that we need to get the medium armor design to level 5, which we are researching now. What did we get? Ah, right, a landing craft. There we go. Slowly getting some more of those. And then we'll get another one in 3 days. Yeah, there we go. Well, more and more enemies are being pushed back in here, in which they're not really doing too strong. And some of these are definitely going to start shattering, I reckon. I don't suppose we have... No, we can't attack from here yet to down south, so we don't get the envelopment penalty for the combat in Hamhung quite yet. Ooh, fire control system training. Oh, is that... We can probably stop that one for now. Also, the spotting is not something we need to research currently, so it's down to 225 research. We're slowly reducing the numbers, although very, very slowly. It looks like the author ratio is still 108%, so we kind of do need to keep that up, although we can probably reduce that back to the 17.5. We have managed to gain a little bit more by capturing more places, but that's alright. And how's the battle in here? Oh, that's going to have to pull back. We can send one of these over there, and another one can go ahead and give it a bit of support attack in there. And let's go ahead and let these rest. Oh, yeah, we're under attack now. Oh yeah, they brought some reinforcements, but we may need to bring in another corps over here for Taiwan then. Another thing that I could do is get a corps of garrisons here later on as well. But it's a little bit limited on what we can do. So yeah, the next corps that we get is going to be deployed in Fuzhou, and then let them get a bit of organization and then we'll transport it over. Ooh, Saigon's a Zebra convoy. Also, there's a bit of lag spike. There we go. Ooh, there we go. Got a nice victory in the north, and there we go. We surrounded the enemy. We did lose in the western shores of Taiwan. But I think we're going to be able to hold on to the center, at least for now. Although they got the air superiority in here right now, which does not fill me with confidence right now. Actually go ahead and redeploy this one in here. So at least we can hold back, or hold on to the line to some degree. Then we can clear out the airfield to the south. That could already help a little bit. Alright, so yeah, we're seeing a lot of convoys sailing through here. That's good. I mean, it doesn't necessarily do that much of a combat, or change the combat too much, but it does weaken the enemy a little bit. Let's go ahead and get some more manganese, actually, from the Soviets. And then next time that we get the chance, we should probably go ahead and buy some more chromite. There's the landing craft. Are we still not pushing through here? I mean, we got the Chopin, or the close air support rather, at least working. Go ahead and move in here. We could probably go ahead and use the light infantry to give it a bit of support attack. Oh wow, we actually had to pull back one of the divisions there. Well, the other two are still holding back. I think that's going to be fine. And do we have... Well, we've got some troops in here. I think with these 5 divisions, we might be able to break out the defender in Saigon. Ooh, major victory. Is that Hamhung? It is. So they had about 115,000 troops in there, of which, technically speaking, they should all be either shattered or surrendered by now. We did lose 21,000 men there in that combat. There's still one... Oh, there we go. That's going to be overrun. Ah, brilliant. Right, let's go ahead and just basically select these troops. Everything that is like below half organization, or 50% organization, we'll go ahead and let rest. All of these. I'm going to start heading down south. We'll just go ahead and redeploy over there. Have they brought in some more troops? No, it's just the... Actually, let's go ahead and attack her from here as well. The sooner we can get across the river in there, the easier it's going to be for us. There we go. There we go. Manganese surplus, so armor build time is reduced slightly. It's not going to be a huge impact, but it might save us a few days on building up this one. And of course, about a week away from getting another infantry corps for Taiwan, which is definitely needed in there. There's still quite a bit of enemies remaining, and this one might not be able to hold for too long. Although that being said, the enemy's taking fairly hefty casualties in there. Maybe we can, especially, actually, let's go ahead and redeploy this in here. And the 4th June is going to go back to Taipei, just to rest in there for, as soon as it's retreated. The 2nd Yunchuan is going to hold on to Taichung. It's already got some digging bonus in there. It's got a fairly good strength. Canada wants to buy some crude oil from us. Okay, I suppose that's fine. Let's go ahead and buy that chromite that I said that I would be buying. And we can buy that from Soviet Union. 6 more days. Unfortunately, that doesn't actually improve our relations with them or anything like that. But, you know, it helps them fight against the Germans. Because one of our goals is to help the Comintern win the game, even if we're not in Comintern right now. Now, to be fair, we don't have victory conditions. The Comintern haven't gotten any. The Axis have 3, Allies have 1. I think the Allies, it's just the USA is part of the Allies or something like that. But regardless, that's better than nothing. We're now under attack over here, but that's actually going to be probably a victory. I'd imagine anyway. I mean, we're defending in mountains. Over here, they... Oh, right. Is the enemy having some... Yeah, they're having some supply issues. They brought in some more planes in here, which is probably part of the reason. Well, that's fine by me. Oh, and there we go. Another convoy being sent. Self-propelled AA upgrade for the armored support. Yes, please. Follow Singapore. Oh. Right, then follow Leningrad. Oh, dear. Okay, so yeah, Leningrad has fallen. So that does free up a decent bit of German all-Axis troops from there. And looks like, yeah, the Finns are still holding... Well, yeah, they still cut off the troops in Murmansk. Or the Kola Peninsula, rather. Murmansk is already fallen. Frontline is starting to be quite a straight line over here. Oh, they managed to take Kursk. Oh, right, so that's... Oh, and Kharkov. That makes it. And they've got Stalino. They've started to... Well, they haven't pushed too much into Crimea yet, but they might be able to get in there at some point. And Iraq is looking a bit rough. A bit worse for wear. Like the Italians have lost... No, they've still got a port in there, but of course they should be able to get supplies in there. So I'm sure that that is going to get cleared out eventually. But they have managed to push back into Egypt. They haven't gotten quite into El Alamein, but I'm sure that that's going to happen eventually. Oh, it looks like the Norwegians have managed to take a little bit of ground back. Could be that the Germans have run out of convoys, or at least very low on convoys. Back into our wars, and let's actually have a look at the Indochina situation. How's the battle in Saigon going? There's only 1 unit defending, so we're probably breaking through there. We got the attacks, or ground attacks happening in here. Although, oh right, and we're digging in here, hopefully. Yeah, we are. We do have another unit in here, but this kind of needs a bit of a rest. How's the... Oh, right, there we go. There should be a victory sooner. Technically speaking, they left that airfield open. Interesting. I wonder if we could do a counterattack over there, take both of these. This is a possibility. Oh. Air and amphibious assault on Malta with the help of Germany. Well, that's going to be quite interesting. If they manage to take Malta, then that's going to be pretty big. Musashi is lost. Oh. Well, that's good. They still got a battleship in here. I don't know. Oh. And they just got a... Yeah, they just brought in a whole lot more troops in here. We may need to pull back a little bit, troops, but in a few days we are going to get our reinforcements dropped in here. Although I don't know if there's room in any of the armies. That first army does not have any room. What about the... Well, the Coastal Guards army doesn't have any room. What about the Southern Army? No, that's the Indochina army. Where's the Southern Army? Oh, we had a Southern Army, didn't we? Let's see. Yeah, we do. Oh, yeah, that's got room. Okay, well, that's fine then. Actually, I suppose what I could do is assign this under the Southern Army as well, currently. Then we'll have another join in the Southern Army as well. So that does leave the First Army with a little bit more room, if need be. Not that we necessarily need it. Yeah, a lot of these still... Oh, well, that's actually in pretty good shape. I started bringing a bit more reinforcements into Korea. A lot more reinforcements into Korea, actually. And that's going to allow us to then start pushing probably through the middle. Encircle Suwon, clear out the eastern shores. New battle commander. Ooh. We are 110% officers, so we can actually afford that one. So we got another general then. Go ahead and get one of the custom leaders in here. I suppose Nikola Maraja Novik, or Novich, can join or lead that one. We'll assign that under the... Oh no, I think the... Right, we got the motorized corps that is full now. Well, we'll just assign it under the... We're going to set up another corps, actually. Or we can put it under the mercenary corps for now. We'll upgrade it later. We could actually turn this into a mechanized division. We'll turn that mechanized infantry. We'll probably put in the... Oh, we could put assault gun in there. Although, the assault guns that we have right now aren't really all that great, are they? They've got a little bit of strength in there. I suppose it could work. I'm not sure. Turn that into assault gun, and then we need to build up a unit around that. So we don't necessarily need to put in tanks directly in there. I think what we're going to do is, let's see. First of all, it's going to be reserve. We'll put in the half-track transport there. We could choose the self-propelled AA. It's going to be 31 air attacks, so that's going to be massive. Some sort of artillery, self-propelled artillery could be probably quite good. It's going to be a little bit expensive, mind you, but it's still pretty decent. And then after that, we could either put the armored support, or we could just put in motorized engineer or something. That's still going to be pretty decent overall upgrade. Or increase in there. Especially defensiveness has increased quite a bit. It's got fairly decent speed. So it's not going to slow it down or anything. So that's 20 IC to build it. But yeah, that's going to be another extension unit in here. We could probably go... Actually, we're not going to push this to the top of the list yet. So that division is not going to get into combat quite yet. But that's at least going to provide a bit of extra production in the queue. Oh, they got interceptors in here now. Well, good on them. Oh, and there we go. We won the battle. Let's go ahead and do a counterattack. Get into the airfield. So I'm guessing the counterattack is, yeah, it's going to be quite an easy victory. And then we can hold on to the river line there. Is that one? That one doesn't have infrastructure. Okay. Yeah, we can hold on to here, and it doesn't spread the front line too much more for us. That'll be quite handy. How's the battle for Saigon going? It's going. Not very well necessarily, but it's going. Oh, and that's empty. Let's go ahead and move in there. Also, is there any more openings in here? Probably not too much. And the combat is still, well, oh, Ita is lost. There we go. So the Japanese fleet is taking some pretty heavy losses now. Because they still got the fleet in here sitting. I don't know if they're going to be sailing out soon or just waiting. I was thinking about maybe sending this one back to Taipei, but with the... Well, actually, yeah, we are going to do that. In a few days, we'll get the reinforcements, and we'll let them rest for a few days. Or recuperate for a few days, and then we'll start sending more troops in here. We could maybe transport them directly to Taichung. We might not send the headquarters in there just for the heck of it. Or just to be secure, but yeah, that's still going to be pretty decent, I reckon. Ooh, armor factory, there we go. In Kunming. Former capital of Yunnan. Oh, we lost the province there, are we? Oh boy, that is a whole lot of troops in here. Okay, this is going to be tricky. On the other hand, what we are doing... Should we do that? That's a bit of small port in there. You know what, I'm going to start doing some port tracks in here. We can start reducing the amount of supplies that they can bring, although we're probably going to take a... Oh, we might sink the submarine in there. That's down to 1% strength. But yeah, if we can sink a few of those transports or something, that would be quite nice, and also damage the port in such a way that they can't supply everything. But yeah, we may need to retreat this one first, so that it doesn't get surrounded, and then we'll probably go ahead and send this one over there. We've got 2 units digging in. Oh, ground force focus started. I don't suppose we actually need that too much. Oh, 3x3 layout advanced. There we go. And there's the infantry. Let's go ahead and just drop them in here. We'll create a higher command in here. So we do need to have some sort of leader for this. We've probably got quite a few decent leaders available in here. That's at level 5, so that's not too bad. Master Tricks, Defensive Doctrine. That could actually be quite useful in this case. Sure, we'll just go ahead and upgrade that one. I'll get someone else in charge of this. So the 12th Corps as a commander now, and then we'll just go ahead and get some division commanders in here. There we go. No, we're not going to transport these over yet. They need to gain some organization first. Once they get like 10 organization, we can probably transport most of them. Let's actually have a look. So if we... Oh, right, and this should be part of the Southern Army. So if we take these, we could actually transport all of them at once. There we go. But again, we're not going to do that quite yet. We'll probably transport them directly to Daejeon. So that's going to allow us to get some troops defending in here. And if we can just, you know, wreck the enemy transport capabilities in here, although I suppose the bombers probably took a bit of a, yeah, they're a little bit low on organization right now. I'm sure that over time that's going to get better, but right now it's a bit limiting factor. I think we're going to go ahead and shuffle the light bombers to bomb on Saigon once more. They got a bit of ships in there. What do they actually have in there? Ah, right, so there's destroyers and cruisers. Some of that is Vichy French, and some of this is Japanese. We do have a little bit of money still, so what do we need in terms of resources? We could get some copper or manganese. Aluminum could be quite handy as well. Rubber we're going to start getting ourselves. We could buy zinc. But no, I think what we're going to do is we'll buy some more manganese right now. Reduce the tank building time, or armor building time. Could even buy from Germany. Well, I suppose they got part of the Soviet ones. Or some of the Soviet manganese, so yeah, that kind of makes sense. Not something we'll be doing, mind you, but it makes sense. Ooh, and there we go, the enemies over here aren't looking too strong. Hopefully we're going to break through the enemy defenders in here. I think we could probably manage that. Plus, I suppose we're getting some more ground in here. Another airfield, among other things. We're not actually ready to attack Bangkok yet, but we have at least gotten next to it. So we're giving a bit of... we're staring at them menacingly. Ooh, Wonju is under attack. Oh, right, so we did get across the river. Right, let's go ahead and send in about a bazillion divisions across the river. We'll send more of the motorized troops along the coastline. And then we'll send some of these over here, and that leaves us with 2 more divisions. Which I suppose could... go over there, I suppose. So that is about a lot of troops in here. We've got quite a bit of troops over here that are also not doing anything right now, but I'm just going to let them reinforce, regain their organization. These are probably something that we could send down south. We could also potentially start gathering some troops that are not really in the combat too much. Maybe something like this corps. And send it down south, potentially to help in Taiwan. Now looking at all the organizations, we've got almost 10 points of organization. We're not quite ready yet. I think we're going to wait at least 15 maybe. Because over here we can get it relatively quickly. Okay, it's 5 infrastructures, it's not too bad. There's manganese surplus increase. And we won another battle in there. How's the... Oh, I think we might win... Oh, Taidong. Right. They took some of the ground back in here. I'm sure that now with there's so many troops that they have in here, especially if we can do at least a little bit bombing runs on the port there, we can reduce the amount of supplies that they can bring in, because there's only level 1 port over here in the south, and this one's a little bit larger. I think it's like level 4 or 3. Somewhere around there. It is 4. A little bit below that now that we're doing the bombing runs in there. Oh, there we go. We won the combat. We were fighting for a long while in there. So a bit less reinforcement upgrades are needed now. So there we go. More and more production is now available. So actually most of the infrastructure is now already underway. And we got the... Oh, right, yeah, that does actually make sense because we just got the infantry divisions recently. I'm actually going to go ahead and put in a few more infantry divisions underway, though. Just mostly plain old infantry. We'll probably put in medium artillery for them. And then we'll put in probably the anti-tank guns, division HQ, light vehicle transport. Definitely want to have engineers. And then I suppose we could even put in some mix support for them. It does make them fairly decent divisions. It has over 100 defensiveness, a pretty good air attack. Piercing of 29, a hard attack of 46, and soft attack of 55. The softness is below 100, so that's kind of useful. So we'll just go ahead and get another... We'll get another 10. That's another 100 manpower spent right there, but I suppose that's going to be alright. But having a few more corps of troops will probably help, although by the time... Oh, there we go, victory at Saigon. And in Wonju we're getting victories. Oh, it's probably time to wreck this unit in here. It doesn't really have any proper combat units. It does still deal damage, mind you, but it's not really that difficult to deal with. Oh, seaplane tender. There we go. So we did start researching a few things to get maybe carriers eventually. Now, to be fair, for the light carrier class, we need to get the carrier hangars. At least level 1 to get the light carrier. And I suppose for the fleet carrier, we need to get a few more things. Now, I don't think we'll be having a massive carrier fleet, but we might... once we can help defeat Germany, we might then stretch this campaign out to start fighting against the Allies as well. depending on the situation. If that is something that you would like to see, then please let me know. Right, so we've gone Saigon. We're not necessarily ready to continue into Mytho quite yet, but at least we are able to maybe clear out some more region here. Maybe actually go ahead and take another unit, maybe this one, to Phnom Penh. And we can maybe cut the enemy off in here. Actually, we can probably attack the militia in here. That's well, it's a little bit lower organization, so that shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, there's a lot of troops in here, in Taiwan again, but I think now it might be time for us to transport the reinforcements in there. They're still not in all that great of a condition, mind you. Ooh, and they've lost a... Oh, did we actually sink a ship now? No. Not yet, but they must have taken one of the ships away from there. I think it was the submarine that was repairing. Well, regardless. We're going to have some reinforcements arrive in here. I don't know, well, they must have some troops heading to Nantu. Now that we've got these troops in here, we'll probably go ahead and split them up a little bit. We'll send at least 2 to the east. We're going to hold on to that, and eventually we'll let them simmer a little while, let's just say, while we start clearing up more of Korea. Speaking of which, we've got the reinforcements in here now, so let's go ahead and send in 3 of these into the hills there, and then another 2 down south, and then this one and some of the mountaineer units in here are going to head across the river as well. Oh, and we must have gotten some, yeah, we've got some reinforcements in here. More motorized divisions. Oh, there we go. Brigade Command Structure Advanced Level 1. And Chanthaburi is under attack. Right, so we cut off the enemy in here. Perfect. We're going to be cutting them off over there as well soon enough, and then we can clear out hopefully all of this pocket. Not necessarily immediately, mind you, but over time. Actually go ahead and send this one in here so we can maybe at least hold on to that cut-off point. And then maybe later on push further out. How's the airfield over here? Could be slightly better. But it's not the worst. Because how far can we actually reach from here? Not too much further south from this line. But of course, we can reach all the way to Bangkok. That's decent. Oh, and it looks like the British troops are now... We've actually met them up in Siam. Well, we're not necessarily going to push any further west from this line. We do still want to get to Bangkok, though, but that's not necessarily something that we can do quite yet. Oh, and there we go. We cut off the enemy, but they are, of course, now doing a counterattack. I could probably go ahead and send this one into the airfield in this instead. But yeah, there's a lot of attacks coming in, but they're not really all that effective, I reckon. Right, so they're attacking both of these cut-off points. I mean, it makes sense. They want to make sure that they can actually keep the lines open. Oh, right, and we're going to get the mechanized infantry already in December. That's actually another thing that I should consider. Is upgrading more of our motorized infantry, if we have any more in here. Or the mercenary infantry, that could also get maybe some upgrades in there. We've got the motorized recon, and that could be turned into armored car or even assault gun. I don't know if that's going to be the best. I mean, it's still going to be infantry regardless, so it doesn't necessarily change too much. But there we go. At least we are slowly pushing further out in here. Took a while. Let's actually send Alberto to attack across the river. So hopefully, Korea will mostly fall. We're not going to take Busan, though, until we've taken the rest of Taiwan. And that, with the amount of troops that they brought in here, it might be a challenge. It might be quite a challenge. Oh, they've sent most of their ships away. We've got 2 battleships and something else in there. Oh, seaplane tender. Oh, right, we can actually see... So Tosa and Hyuga are in here. And we've dealt basically no damage on the fort itself, unfortunately, but that's alright. I suppose one of the things that I could do is just go ahead and increase the infrastructure in here. That'll probably help. And we've got the total IC of 404. Oh, right, we lost Nantu. And Hulian is now under attack. We did get some reinforcements in there, though. So I think this is going to be relatively easy to hold, especially with the terrain that we're fighting in. The supplies are going back and forth quite a bit. So our close air support is not really all that active right now. We'll let them repair for a little bit longer, get some upgrades and all that, and then we'll start flying them around again. But of course the enemy's got quite a presence of interceptors in here, at least they had. I don't know if they still have, but they might still have it. Oh right, actually, we've got the other set of close air support in here. But there's not a lot of airfields down in southern Korea, so that does complicate things a little bit. Like, Weihai is probably the closest one, but that's not really going to be close enough. We could maybe send the closer support into Saigon, actually. And then use that. Oh, right, so we... Oh, right, the troops south of Saigon. Oh, no, they do have a port. Never mind. I thought for a moment that they didn't. Let's go ahead and cut across here. Maybe we can get... Oh, right, let's go ahead and give it a bit of support attack in there. But I see that with that, we are actually out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also got the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.